There you are.
Hey,
What's going on, CJ?
how you doing, man?
Great. And yourself?
I'm doing awesome, dude. I'm
So
doing.
is Ryan joining us or is it just gonna be me and you? I wasn't
Uh,
wasn't 100% sure on that.
I wasn't sure on that either. Sometimes Shauna, she sends it to both of us and see who, usually him and I get together. He's usually pretty good about jumping on, but he's over in England right now. We
Yeah.
have we have a break before the next show, so I'm not sure about the time um difference if he's even up right now. What time? I don't even know what time it is over there.
Yeah, I know it's like tomorrow or something over there,
Yeah, so he's always in the future when he's over there. Tells us what's gonna happen next in our career.
right? Fortune teller. Can you tell me
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl maybe? That would help.
Yeah, right. Let us know now. So I heard there's a conspiracy about what colors they use, and then those teams with those colors wind up being in the Super Bowl. I heard that the last 2 or 3 years from one of our techs that's a super sports fan, but I don't know if it's just
Really?
hearsay. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
and he showed me it was like the last 2 or 3. I'm not trying to call it the NFL. I want to get shot on the street because I'm letting all your secrets out. But I'm not. I'm a fair weather fan. Man, I watch football, but if my team loses like 5 seconds later, I'm over it. I don't spend the whole week driving crazy in Dallas, Texas when the Saints beat the Cowboys. Sorry, and drive angry. It's a game, fellas. Come on.
That's what I was gonna ask. Cowboys or Texans?
Well, I'm from New Orleans and I live in Dallas now. So I would say that on the back of my neck says it all. That Florida
Oh,
Lee,
New Orleans Saints. Man, you guys are unstoppable right now.
it's looking great, man. It's looking really good. And again, I'm half in and out. I don't keep up on it as much as my other guys in the band, but they're hardcore fans. So I can I get the playback from them, if you will. But the game was a fun game. We just got back in. I don't know if we want to wait till interview time or we can just talk about it now. But we got it's I just flew in from El Paso that weekend and we landed at the airport right when the game started. So I went to a Razoo's, which is a Cajun restaurant in
Nice.
Dallas,
Nice.
and surrounded by Cowboys fans. And apparently I was the only Saints fan in there. But my wife and I like, yeah, and they're like, what?
You had a lot to cheer about in that game. 4 touchdowns from Kamara.
Dude, it was so great. And just to harass some of my Cowboys friends locally, it was fun. Like I was adding up how many more field goals they needed to catch up because they just kept getting points, 3 points. So I'm like, well, if you kick 5 more field goals, you might catch up, man. It was a fun game, man. That's what it's about, man. Just, can't take it too serious, right?
No. So I'm assuming you don't mess with like fantasy football and all that jazz.
We do. I have a whole team that we do, and then last year I did join with the guys, but I just had mine on automatic mode, and me not picking stuff, I wound up kicking a lot of people's butt, and they didn't like that, so they didn't invite me this year.
Oh,
They didn't even invite me, man. It's like the crew in the band has fantasy football, and they just leave me out. I'm like, all right.
well, I'm not seeing Ryan, so I guess we should just go ahead and plow ahead. Or, I mean,
Yeah, we'll go for it. If he joins in, it'll be fun. I'll try
okay.
to, I'll do that thing where I'll start talking a little bit of shit, and then he'll overhear me subconsciously. Come in and say, "What'd you say?"
Well, I was gonna ask him how the phone call went, but maybe you can tell me how that phone call went. Calling up Ryan and saying, "Hey, what are you doing? You feel like rejoining the band?" Talk to me about that phone call. How'd that go down exactly?
Oh yeah, let's say I just went down. So we did have an amazing good 10-year run with Jason Moreno. We have 3 great records we did with him. But I know since COVID, a lot of bands staying at home. We couldn't tour a lot, and I think that affected certain musicians a certain way. Jason has a big, wonderful family, and we can tell he was getting to that point where he needed to stay home.
Hmm.
So we didn't want to do that thing because we unfortunately we've had some singer changes, and we got to that point where we started doing shows as a 3 piece. I was like, I'm not going through another singer stuff. So Mike, Steve, and myself have been friends since high school. We wound up writing a lot of music together before we even bring, a singer into it. Of course, the Drownful song is all 4 of us together once it's done. So we had a show coming up last May with Pantera,
Hmm.
and it was a big, huge first show with them in the States. So, Stevie, our bass player, it's like, why don't we call up Brian and have like a reunion show? Cause he's still, torn with Soil and we're all been friends. There was no hard feelings with the hiatus that we went on. We've actually have done shows with Soil and again, all friends and family. So we called him up to come do a reunion show, and he flies here to my house. Actually, he sleeps right here in his bed. He sleeps in my studio. So and we got together and we just started writing. We just like we didn't skip a beat, man. Like we just started
Wow.
writing songs together, and we went in the rehearsal room. And Mike starts playing like let's begin a few songs we haven't played since Ryan's around. And I mean, I didn't even get my guitar at the case. Like Mike starts playing on drums. I grab my guitar real quick and he puts the bass on. We just start playing the songs like it was just we just all reconnected just instantly, man. So great phone call, man. Him and Stevie talked. I know Stevie, he's not always a big long talker, and Ryan said that. I will say this about the conversation because Ryan, I've heard him say it. that Stevie's like, he keeps hitting me up and he's kind of doing a long talk. And usually he's like a 1 word, 2 word answer kind of guy. It's like, so get to what's going on, man. What's the point? It's like, hey, you want to come do a reunion show? So that's how it started, man. And I feel it's like a faithful thing, man. I mean, we're having more fun now than ever before. We know we all got along great back in the day. We just all four of us at that time, we needed to take a break. We had personal stuff going on in all of our lives. And then we just wound up picking up, with Jason Moreno for a little while. But dude, it's just right place, right time, and it feels great, man. It's just great to be on stage, with your friends from high school. We known Ryan for 20 years, and just having fun up there, and it translates to the crowd, man. And it's that's what it's all about, man. Putting on a freaking rock show, having a great time.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you guys went back to Ryan. I feel like that was the right move. Like introducing another new singer is always a tough thing to do.
Yeah, we weren't going to do that. And we had already been singing. We had a handful of shows that last singer couldn't make anyway, so we just got used to doing a 3-piece set just in case that happened.
Mm.
And we had some stuff. We do a lot of stuff with the troops, so we had a bunch of military shows come up that we're not going to miss, and that's really what kicked us off into to that kind of going into that mode. But I rather, I love playing my guitar and counting to four, man. And I don't care to be the lead singer. That's let Ryan do that. But it was fun while we did it, and it's fun now too because we all sing a lot more, which is great because like songs like Tear Away, man, we do like 4-part harmonies we've never done before, and it's still rock, it's still metal, but it's cool that we can also add that element to it that we didn't do before, back in the day. So we definitely evolved, man. It's been great, dude.
Well, I'm curious, man. After how many shows, or was it the first show he came in and you guys started writing new riffs for this new record?
He came in and we started writing stuff before we even talked about the first show. Man, we sat out here. I have like a big gazebo in my backyard, and I have the house set up. My house looks like Guitar Center out there, man. It's a home studio, if you will, and it's just a place of creativity, man. We just started working on stuff. There was 1 or 2 riffs and songs that we had worked on that we touched on that we were working on right before we took the hiatus, which is pretty cool. I'd like to finish those, but a lot, we've been through so much the last 13 years, so we have a lot of things to share and write about, especially what's going on nowadays, dude. So we're that kind of band that writes what you feel at the time. So a lot of ideas on the plate. We plan on finish up a couple more tracks in the next 2 weeks before we go out on this next tour. And then we have a little bit of break at the end of the year, and I want to get back in there and try to finish up some more songs. So we do plan on putting out, a record here at some point next year, and then leading into the 25-year anniversary of Center the year after that, man. It's pretty wild. We have a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I was fortunate enough to get to hear the new single Revolution, the final Amen, killer tune. Was that one of the first ones that you guys came up with, or was it later in the session? Or
oh no, that's the first thing that came up right away, man. I started jamming that riff literally out there on the in my gazebo, and then Ryan started singing along to it, and then we went in the room, just rehearsing for the shows that were coming up with Ryan, and we just started jamming that riff like we do, man. We get a lot of stuff done. I mean, we're still an organic band. We love to get in that rehearsal room and just hash it out together. Sometimes I'll come up with ideas here at my house, or Steve will come up with ideas at his house, and once we bring them all together in the room, it really makes it a dramatical song. But that song, we spent a lot of time on it as well because we want to come out with every song that sounds strong. We didn't want to just Ryan's back and just here shit out some song, man. It's like we mean what we said. We put a lot of time and effort into our art and what we want to say with the song, and I'm glad that we did that. It took a little longer just because we started touring so much, so it wasn't so much the idea that the song was down. It's just us getting into the studio to get it down. So and here it is, man.
I love it.
Finally, wow,
love it. Oh, look at Ryan. It looks like Ryan is jumping
See,
in.
I said that, right? I was like, if I start talking something, he'll come
Now's the
on.
time to start talking some smack on him before he jumps in here.
Before he jumps in, hurry real quick. Let me tell you this one time that Ryan did this thing. Is he here yet? Can he hear me? Oh no. You know what? He's got it on the thing where he's dialed in, but he's pausing.
What'd you say?
I said if I start talking smack, you'd probably dial in, and you did. It worked out. It's
we're actually just talking about the new single Revolution, Final Amen.
Oh, you don't need me then.
Yeah, you can check. No, I'm just kidding.
Tell him about the single.
There's a song. It's called Revolution, Final Amen.
It's jamming.
Coming
there
out,
you go.
20th. It'll be cool and shit.
I'm always paranoid when I see the Final Amen. I'm like, is that some sort of like, am I reading too much into it? Does that mean like this is going to be the final album or anything, or just for that song?
I've heard that from several people. Now that you said that, I don't know if Ryan has experienced that, but I had a few people. It's like, what's this Final Amen? It's like, it's just about the song. Like we need to change stuff until it's over. Like you got to fight until the end, like for what you believe in. I think that's where we're coming from with the Final Amen. It's not so much the band personally. We already had the Final Amen, and now we're back together. We're reborn again.
We're born again.
We're born
No,
again. Because we already did reborn, so we have to have a song called "Reborn Again."
to me, I think it takes on a lot of different things. I think it's all how you look at it. I think there's another way of looking at it that I've looked at it at different times. The final amen being that, you know, I think the world is at a place where there's so many things that needs to get put on the right track and to get aimed in the right direction. And the most frustrating thing is that the populace knows it. The society knows it, it knows everything. We know everything that's going on around us. We know everything that's messed up around us. We know everything that the governments are doing. And I say that plural, the governments are doing. We know everything that's going on around us, but we think that making a difference is sitting on social media and posting a meme or something instead of actually making a difference. So to me, the final amen, CJ hit it on the head, but you can also take it to where sometimes I look at it and I think, man, the next revolution will be the one. It's going to be the one where not just a country raises up, just not just a population raises up, but the world raises up. It's time that we stand. It's that unity thing, man. It's that thing
Yeah,
of standing up together,
it's finally come together,
so
man.
so the next revolution will be the final one. It's the one where we all realize we're on the spinning orb together, and we
Yeah, we all get
enough,
along.
man.
There's nothing to revolt about. There's no revolution now because we are. It's good. How you doing?
Fixed it.
Fixed it. No
Yeah.
more revolutions. All right. I like that. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, Brian, CJ was just saying that like that was one of the first riffs. He was just tooling around when you guys were just getting ready to jam together when you first gotten back together, and then he starts cranking out this riff. How long did it take you to put lyrics to it?
Real quick, real quick, but none of those lyrics are any of the lyrics are on the song now.
Ah,
We had like three different, I think, times we changed it. We did sing it like three different times. Because we sat there and we analyzed it, make sure the point comes across the way we want it to come across. So a lot of stuff got mixed around on there. But yeah, that's true. You did sing it like three different ways.
Yeah. Like
until
my
we landed on
original
it.
lyrics for it was came at it with more like a Donny Osmond type
Yeah.
approach, kind of like a Donny Osmond meets Henry Rollins.
And
It was
some
very
JD, sorry,
very
Justin
different
Timberlake.
kind of combination, a little sprinkle of Sonny Bono in there. It was different. Some people said like my wife, she said when she closed her eyes and listened to what I was doing real close, she got a little bit of Mama Cass. So it was definitely different. It was definitely different than what is there now. But no, what is there now is a representation of what the band did as a whole, and I think that was cool. It was something that I hadn't even been a part of it. I've never been a part of just looking at it as the lyrics in general. I've never been a part of a song that took on this much of just a band interaction, a band, everybody in the band having a finger on it.
hmm.
In the past, even in my time with Drowning Pool previously, as CJ knows, it's the lyrics were usually kind of were my game. So this is the first time where we sat around a table and people were spitballing. It was really cool because it was an opportunity to see where something that I myself was used to. It was my ballpark. You're playing in my ballpark, man. Get on my
Right,
ballpark.
right.
But
Yeah,
it
right.
was my opportunity to see that this guy brings a good baseball bat to the ballpark too. This guy can play infield. He's not just an outfielder. All right,
Yeah.
cool. So,
Switch hitter.
Yeah, man. It was
I
great.
don't
It's
know
a
where the
great.
hell the baseball references are coming from, but yeah.
We'll roll with it. I imagine that goes to a lot to the three of you guys singing constantly, maybe getting your head more in that space of vocals and lyrics and
I,
whatnot.
I think that's definitely, it's, at least for me personally, coming into this and this writing with Ryan again. There was a long period. Obviously, we were playing songs from that era that the singer we had at the time couldn't really hit that note. So I wound up singing a lot of Brian's parts and being in that mentality of where kind of where Ryan sits or strong points when I come up with the riff. Just again, just spitballing ideas and throwing out stuff like maybe if I play like this, I know he would probably sing it like that. Keeping in mind Ryan's delivery in mind when I'm coming up with my ideas, and it seems to it works great, man. Like
Yeah.
Stuff's coming out faster. It's like we all just really on the same page, writing music together more than ever before.
Wow. That's great to
Yeah,
hear.
I don't want to take anything away. I mean, there were times in the past where, like, if I was hung up on something lyrically, I could always turn to one of the guys, and they always had a golden nugget that they'd throw at me that would get my wheels turning again.
Right.
So it wasn't, I don't want to take full credit on everything in the past. That's not where I want to come from. But it was always my anyway. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, I
So
mean you're the
anyway,
singer
I
and
digress.
you have a story coming out and yeah, like we all put in. I mean, that's been times too. It's me with the guitar part. And it's like maybe if you did that 2 times, 4 times, or did a little chunky and then boom, we land on it. So I just love that we have great communication when it comes down to writing. It's not like, oh, this is my part, this is how it goes. That's it. It's all like let's try this, let's try that. All four of us get in there. We definitely try everybody's ideas and whatever one rises to the top, man, that's what we roll with.
Love it. Love what I'm hearing so far and can't wait for the full album next year at some point.
Yeah, we can keep on working on music. So we plan on throwing a whole bunch of them together out there.
I think that's the coolest thing about it is we're all really excited for Friday for the 20th to come up here so we can finally throw this song out there and see what people think and not necessarily see what people think, but just get it out there. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been excited about it. It's kind of like you birthed the kid and you pretty sure you taught him his ABCs and one, two, threes correctly or one, two, three, fours correctly in this
Want to
case.
show them off.
But but uh but yeah, you want to go ahead and throw him out there and see whether or not he can swim or not. So you kind of you want to show off a little bit. You not show off, but you just want to share your creation.
Yeah.
It's part of being
Yeah.
an artist, I guess in a way. But it's what's cool. What I was getting at though is what's cool is that we're so close to that point now, and it's been a process getting there. But at the same time, I'm almost at the same time I'm dulled a little bit
Mm.
because I can't wait to get cracking on some of the other stuff that we've got rolling.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I'm excited about it for the new song, sure, but that's actually started to dwindle just a little bit, just for the fact that I'm so
It's
excited
like,
to get
uh-oh,
to
it's
get
out.
rolling on these next things, man. So
That's
it's weird. It's a dual thing. Yeah, I'm excited about Revolution, absolutely, but I'm also really excited about what the band's got cooking.
yeah, we
Yeah.
got a lot of stuff on the stove
I'm
bubbling
excited.
over.
I'm excited to see Ryan back with the band, finally coming back through SoCal. You guys don't make it out this way often enough, but two very different SoCal shows. Obviously, the headline show at the Whiskey on October the 8th with the Killer's Confession headline set, and then a completely different show October the 4th at the second annual Why Worry Fest, which set it off.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
gonna be killer, man.
try and keep up with younger bands out there? Do you like obviously that's my job being a DJ is to follow music and keep up with it. Do you guys try to do that on your own or just see what you catch at festivals or try not to listen to other music because you don't want it to
Uh,
influence your music?
yeah, I don't like. I check out new stuff as it comes, and definitely when we're playing festivals are great because there's a lot of new bands coming out, and also when we go out and tour, there's a lot of times that we have the opening spot for local bands that play. We're very fortunate in Dallas to get on a lot of major shows because we were the local band to get on there. So I'm always checking stuff out and checking out bands and seeing what's happening. It's when I can and when it comes across our way because we have been pretty busy in the drama camp trying to get things rolling. But yeah, man, I'm always open to new bands, man. It's
Yeah, I never was historically. I was always really bad about like when I didn't walk. I just a hermit. So like I was really bad about never stepping a foot off the bus until it was time to play. But until my older age now I'm really digging getting to check out the young talent that's out there and the guys, and the guys that are doing it right now and the guys that you see that are going to be doing it soon,
Yeah.
going to be on
yeah.
and it's really cool. But CJ's always been CJ back in the day. You'd be playing like 3 weeks in a row. Sometimes just like a day off every like 6 days. You have a day off. And all of a sudden you'd have a day off, and CJ be like, what are you doing? I'm gonna go vegetate and forget about life right now for like one evening in a hotel room. And CJ's like, well, there's these bands playing down the street.
Take the one day
Like,
off and I go see other bands
yeah,
play when we're on
right,
tour.
right. One day off and
What's up?
CJ be at the show, man. And that was always he was always he's always been about the music and everything. But I've gotten into it more so here, like I say, in my old age. I moved to England about 7 years ago, and I started helping bands from around here, unsigned bands, try to get their footing and try to help them go left or right. and I've really enjoyed discovering new talent over here and then bringing that over to the States and sharing it with the guys when I get a chance. So I've gotten a little taste of that here in my later years here. But no, CJ's always been about the music, man. He was always it was we've been playing 500 days in a row. Yeah, but there's this band tonight.
Like, I don't want to hear another note right now. I don't want to hear another song.
Yeah, I want silence. CJ's like, but there's 17 bands at this one show.
And I'm actually going out to shows tonight. Rob
I would
Zombie
not.
and is in town, so I can't
Oh,
like no. It's Rob
Yeah,
Zombie and Alice
yeah,
Cooper
yeah.
and Ministry.
Oh.
So I'm that's where I'm headed out to next. So you're right. I don't. I guess I
I
just like
rest my
being at rock
case.
shows.
well, to go back to the baseball reference earlier, I mean, you got to have that farm system. You got to build up the next talent, and keep an eye on what's around the corner. So it makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
It's
man. It's
cool.
just.
Go ahead, CJ. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying it's just great just here, seeing other bands out there doing their thing, and there's a lot of great talent out there, a lot of great bands that and like always, man, we support everybody. Wish everybody the best of luck to try to get in it. It's a tough world on the business side of things. That's been one of our biggest battles, and just music business constantly changing,
Yeah.
and the way we do things. So it's rolling with the punches as well for us.
Yeah, it's cool to see. I don't want to talk out of line or sound, whatever. There was a time where I was really negative about the direction that the industry's been was going in, but I've seen a lot of positivity here, recently, and so it's I don't know. I'm excited for it.
Kind of the wild, wild west right now. It feels like anything
It
can
is,
happen.
man. It is. I'm all good with Sundance Kid. Give me some Butch Cassidy. That's all fine, man.
Yeah, we haven't done a Western video yet, so I'm still
Oh,
want to put that on the plate at some point, just for fun.
Revolution. Any chance
Revolution.
Revolution gets in the set?
Oh, it is in the set coming up on this tour. We played it for the first time last weekend in El Paso because we filmed the video for it with the fans. A part of the video, the live part, with the fans' involvement. But yeah, coming out on this tour starting on the 27th in Shreveport. So we have a whole new set list actually, which I love doing. It's something else I love about us, man. We always mix it up every tour, and then we have a lot of songs that we can play. And sometimes on stage we just like Grateful Dead, like, oh, you want to play this one tonight? All right. So it's fun to do. It keeps it interesting. We never, we have a loosely based set list every night, but it can change on a dime, which is
Yeah, it's always good to throw that oddball song in there just to see if how large you can make Mike's head blow up back there.
yeah. Our drummer's just like, what are we doing now? No, we're gonna play this
It's
one
cool.
now. What?
Dude, this band has such an amazing catalog when you look at it, really. I mean, and it's cool to be able to dip into that catalog and with these guys that are responsible for every song of it and to be able to dive into these songs with them as long as my memory holds out and I'm able to retain the lyrics, it's a fun time.
Got to get you a little screen like Ozzy, so you got all the lyrics.
Right, the little teleprompter thing rolling.
There you go.
Well, I mean, between singing with two bands and you flip flop, like you like get off tour with Adrenaline Pool, and then like 2 days later you're on tour with Soil. I can't imagine what it's like for you, bro. Just like so many lyrics in my head.
I do. I walked around the city one time, first show back with the other guys, and first show after we just did like 8 weeks of drowning pool dates, and I had 2 days off, and then I was walking around the city trying to remember lyrics, and all of a sudden I was like, yeah, I got it. Ah, shit, that's Sinner, man.
So you may get Adrenaline Pool lyrics or soul lyrics within the show,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
it's just, but you have to find them out. Yeah, it's fine
If
too.
you look confident, enough, they won't question you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I meant to say that. Is that what he says right there? Yeah,
Just scream it and curse it, right? Curse right through it.
yeah.
That's
Just
what I was kind of hoping that you guys would lean on a little bit of Ryan's past, like the Full Circle album, one of my favorites in the catalog, and maybe some deeper cuts off of that one.
yeah. We there's a lot of stuff on the plate, and it was cool. We did a thing back in Poland earlier this year for the holidays, and we did a big long acoustic set, and we actually busted out a lot of songs. Just on the fly again. We didn't even rehearse for that. We just grabbed acoustics, went to Poland, going to play for the troops, and there was a handful of songs off that record that we played at that time, which I'd love to also rotate into the set list, and also like to do a freaking acoustic record just because we talked about it, we never got to the point of doing it, and once we did that set, we did 8 shows over there. It was really cool and solid, so I'd like to get that done at some point. We just got to fit that in with everything else we got going on.
Add it to the schedule.
Yeah, I'm fully aware that if we don't get not full circle, but if we don't get King Zero in the set sometime
Oh
soon,
man,
that I will end up with a guitar upside my head at some point.
I want to do King Zero so bad. I mean, I sit around my
I'll
house and play it. So, but I mean, live there, that song's just got the head groove. It's like the Feel Like I Do kind of vibe to it, I guess.
I'll have the BC Rich logo printed across my forehead if I don't get that song
Like,
out
come on, let's do this.
Guys, I appreciate the time. Ryan, anything you want to touch upon with soil? I mean, even though it's a drowning pool conversation, but want to give you a chance to say anything.
Yeah, man, just from both bands, from music lovers in general, just thank you, Mike. Just just you allow people like ourselves to stay in contact with the people out there, that allow all of us to do what we do, which is enjoy music, enjoying what we do. And so just thank you for keeping us in contact with the people that allow us to be who we are. And thank you. So just it's good to be back. It's good, we're getting, I think we're closer to 2 years than we are the one at this point, but it's
Yeah, we're
been
closing on
great.
2 years. Wow, it's
Yeah.
going by fast, which just means
Yeah, it has.
having
We've
a
been
good time.
busy.
We've been really busy, man. This has been great though, man, and
It
it's just getting
has.
better and
And
better.
Well, guys, I appreciate all
like
the
to
time.
say is
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan's cutting out there.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
We might have just
oh,
got
I
that.
missed
He was.
it.
Oh, there he is. Pow.
It says I just got words that says your internet connection is unstable.
uh,
So right now it's kind of like my first marriage. This
Very unstable.
so just I guess just to reiterate what we were saying earlier, as excited as we are to unleash revolution, which everybody's going to get a bite of here in just a couple of days, we're also super just chomping at the bit to get the rest of the stuff out there that we've been working on, and we're just getting started again. So
Again.
good stuff to come.
well, guys, I appreciate all the time. Got one last thing for you, man. I need both your help on this. Is going to be interesting to get your opinion on this. We're an old
Yeah.
school radio station. We do a feature called Mandatory Metallica.
Right.
Hold on one second. I got to grab some water here.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Mandatory Metallica. I've been having this little Metallica debate and want to get your guys' opinion on it.
Yeah.
Debating their greatest thrash metal album ever, which kind of comes down to two or three. And me and my buddy are landing on opposing sides. So I want to get your take on it, on it. Metallica's greatest thrash metal album out of Ride the Lightning versus Master of Puppets.
Thrash wise,
Thrash.
I'll probably go towards Ride the Lightning
Ooh.
on the thrash side, because I mean, even
That's
before
two.
that, with
That's
Metal
two
Up
on
the
that one.
Ass, I'm just gonna call it whatever it originally is. Oh, that one was real thrashy, man. And Bread Fan is one of my favorites. Like that's I just sit around the house and play that all the time too. Their cover, that they did. But I would say thrashy wise, probably more of that one, because I mean, Master Puppet's not, it's a little bit more. I mean, it's epic, dude. It's an epic record, and it's got definitely a lot of feeling and a great flow to it from front to back. It's another one of those things. Once you put it on it, I listen to the whole thing. It's like when Jaws comes on or Indiana Jones. It's like I got to watch the whole freaking movie now, even though I've seen it a million times. It's just greatness. I can't stop now. So that's how I am when I listen to Metallica.
Same for you,
Yeah,
Ryan?
I think all my friends growing up, all my friends were Master of Puppets fans, and I'm a Cleveland Browns fan because I can't ever agree with anyone. So
Yeah,
my album growing up when it came to Metallica was Ride the Lightning, man. So thrash album, Metallica album, period. I mean, Ride the Lightning was my album growing up. So as far as Metallica went, so yeah, my vote would be Ride the Lightning with whatever your question is.
Wow, yeah, just getting down to their thrashiness. I come down on Master because I always had a little bit of an issue with the production on Ride the Lightning.
oh yeah, the production's not at the
Master
same.
sounded
That's
so
fair.
much better.
Oh yeah.
Right, production wise for sure.
I'm a singer, so I don't understand any of that crap. I just, are the lyrics cool, man?
You
Because that's
you
all.
have one thing to load into the truck, one thing to put into the truck. No, man, just
Right.
I love that meme. Everybody's loading gear and he just has a microphone. I'm good, guys. You good?
I like the
I'm
fact
good.
though that my wife bought me a little case that just holds my microphone too. So I just
It's
Little,
its own personal case.
do you
like
guys
Mary Poppins.
do you guys have a Metallica song we can play for you on Mandatory Metallica? What's your favorite individual Metallica tune?
I'm gonna go back to what CJ said. I know it's I know it's a cover tune, but man, their cover of Bread Fan, I think I wore out 2 or 3 of the singles that thing was on
Yeah.
back in the day.
It was a
Yeah, it's a
B-side
good.
for one, right?
I
I think it was.
I don't even know what it was. What was I don't even know what the main track was. I just loved Bread Fan so much.
Yeah,
So
it's
Bread Fan,
Yeah.
that'll be the tune. We'll rock it for you guys. Beautiful guys. Thank you so much for the time. Can't wait to see you out at the Anaheim show. I'll be out there with Sean
yeah.
hanging out. So look forward to meeting you guys in person. Thank you so much for the time, and can't wait to start banging the new single, Revolution.
Man, we
Thank you,
appreciate it, dude.
brother.
Thank you for
Appreciate your
having
time,
us.
man.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
You too.
See you.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you, Siege. Have fun tonight, Sage.
Oh yeah, man. I'm going to rock it out. You know, night off. I'm going to rock show.
Enjoy it. Later, guys.
See you
Later.
guys.